Tonight's story is called After the Car Fight, a cozy bedtime story just for you. Hello, dear dreamer. The world is quiet now. Tonight's story is about mornings, the quiet ones, the loud ones, and the love that somehow lives in both. You wake before the alarm. The house still hums in its sleep. The air is thin and gentle, like the world hasn't quite decided who it wants it to be yet. In the kitchen, the kettle waits. You lift it, feel its weight, then fill it halfway. Enough for 1 cup, maybe 2, if she wakes early. You like the start of the day to be quiet. It feels like a gift that you steal from time itself. These precious minutes before the day finds you. Steam curls into the soft honey light that leaks through the blinds. The whistle is low, the kind that rises like a secret. You pour, watching the amber thread of tea spread throughout the water, and breathe in the scent. Bright and a little floral, something that says, you still get to start over. You sit. The blanket around your shoulders is heavy, like it remembers every morning it's done this very thing before. You sip. Outside world rustles awake. A car door, a distant bird, the faint hum of tires on the wet pavement. You can feel the day waiting, quietly, in the next room. You think about what's ahead, the appointment, the getting ready, the rush, the same small rituals you've done 100 times, but they always feel like walking to weather that you just can't quite predict. You tell yourself it'll be fine. You tell yourself you'll be patient this time. You tell yourself you won't snap no matter what happens. You take another sip, and it's still too hot. You blow gently and watch the ripples fan out like small prayers. Then, from down the hall, the sound. A door creaks, footsteps, and then her voice, sharp, awake, full of purpose and complaint all at once. Why didn't you wake me earlier? The words hit the quiet like a stone in water. You close your eyes, smile without meaning to, because, of course. You call back, calm, steady. Because you set your alarm, remember? You hear drawers opening and closing, the rustle of fabric, the small thud of something dropped. Then she appears, hair wild, one earring in, the other one nowhere in sight. Her blouse halfway buttoned, but her lipstick perfect, always perfect. She points, dramatic. Yes, but my alarm doesn't do my makeup. You blink, then shrug. Neither do I. Her mouth opens, then closes, then opens again, because of course she'll have the last word. She mutters something about ungrateful daughters and schedules and how nobody respects her morning routine anymore. You hide your smile behind your mug. She's bustling now, a one-woman storm of perfume, scarves, and commentary. Where's my purse? Why is it always missing? You murmur. Because you leave it in a different place every day? She ignores you. Why are my shoes never where I put them? You glance at her feet. They're on you. She looks down, pauses, then lifts her chin. Well, I was looking for my other shoes. You laugh. You can't help it. It's barely 8:15, and you're already halfway through an emotional marathon. But underneath the chaos, there's a thread of tenderness, that quiet, stubborn love that ties the two of you together. even when you'd both rather chew gravel than admit it. You finish your tea, rinse out the cup, and whisper to no one in particular, "Let's try again." The keys jingle like they're laughing at you. You drop them, pick them up, drop them again. Some days, even the universe wants to test your patience early. She's already at the door, coat on, purse clutched, tapping her foot like she's been waiting for hours. "We're going to be late." You glance at the clock. "We still have 20 minutes. "That's not enough time. You never plan for traffic." You take a long, deep breath, slow enough that it almost feels like meditation. Outside, the morning air is crisp and stubborn. The sun hides behind the clouds, and everything smells faintly of wet pavement and perfume. You both walk to the car. You unlock her side first, a small courtesy she expects but doesn't acknowledge. She slides in, buckles her seatbelt with authority, and immediately starts adjusting the air vents. Too cold, too loud, too something. You start the engine. The radio hums to life, an old song one you both know but pretend not to. For a brief, fragile second, it feels peaceful. Then it starts. "Left here," she says, pointing like a traffic cop. You glance at her. "That's not the way." "Yes, it is." "They moved the clinic last year." She gasped. "Moved? Why didn't anybody tell me?" You look at her. "I told you." She squints. "No, you didn't." You sigh. "I did. Twice." "Well, maybe you didn't say it right." The light turns green. You drive. She keeps on talking. Every few seconds. "Watch that car. You're too close to the curb." "Do you think you're driving a little too fast?" You check the speedometer. 30 miles per hour? You say nothing. You remind yourself. Breathe in. Breathe out. You imagine your tea from earlier. You imagine peace, calm, serenity. And then she gasped, "Turn! You missed your turn!" You grip the wheel. "That's not the turn." "It is." "It's not." "It was." "No, Mom, that's Taco Bell." She crosses her arms. "Maybe I wanted a taco." You laugh despite yourself. "Right. Eye appointment first, tacos later." She mutters something about priorities. The road hums under the tires. You hit a red light. She turns towards you, eyes sharp. "Why are you always so sure you're right?" You keep your eyes on the light. "Because I usually am." "Oh, Lord," she groans, rolling her eyes heavenward. "Give me strength to deal with this child you've given me." You grin. You've been asking him that for 40 years. And he still hasn't answered. The light turns green. You both keep going. Then silence. A strange temporary quiet. Like both of you remembered at the same time that you love each other too much to keep yelling. The car hums. The radio whispers another old song. You almost relax until she digs through her purse. You glance over. She's elbow deep in it, muttering, "What are you looking for?" "My insurance card." "It's in the folder I gave you." She stops, looks at you. "Oh, you mean the folder you hid in my purse?" You blink. "Mom, it's your purse." "Yes, but you're the one who organized it." "I just put the papers in order." "Exactly," she says, triumphant. "Now I can't find anything." A paper flies out, hits the dashboard, and then smack in your face. You both freeze. And then it's like choreographed. You both start laughing. Tired, ridiculous laughter that spills out like air from a balloon. She wipes her eyes. "You're impossible." You smile. So are you. Good, she says, leaning back. Then we match. A few more turns, a few more wrong ones, a running commentary on the other drivers. She waves her hand at a man merging too slowly. People don't know how to drive anymore. You grin. You say that every time. Because it's true every time. You reach the parking lot at last, the medical plaza with the 2 small parking spaces and too many cars angled wrong. You circle once, twice. She's already pointing. There's one! That's for compact cars. We are compact. We drive a Honda CR-V. Well, it's compact enough. You pass it. She sighs dramatically, the kind of sigh that could power small machinery. You park in a small space instead. She shakes her head. Always have to do things your way. You smile. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? For a moment, neither of you move. The engine hums softly between you. You glance over. She's staring out the window, watching people walk in and out of the clinic doors. Her hands rest quietly on her purse now. No clenching, no fussing, just still. And something shifts. You see her. Really see her. The soft lines near the eyes. The way she holds herself with both pride and fragility. The way she still tries to command every moment because so much of the world no longer listens. Your chest tightens. A mix of tenderness and guilt. You open your mouth, but she beats you to it. Don't forget to turn the car off, she says. And just like that, the moment's gone. You both get out. You slam the door. She slams hers louder. It's practically tradition. The two of you march toward the building in unison. 2 soldiers reporting for duty. Faces calm, hearts still buzzing from battle. At the entrance, you hold the door open for her. She walks through first, chin high, voice sweet as molasses. Thank you, darling. You follow behind, smiling despite yourself. The automatic doors sigh shut behind you, and the quiet swallows everything. The automatic doors open with a whoosh, and you both step into the sterile chill of the waiting room. It's bright. Too bright. Everything hums. The air vents, the lights, the faint whir of the receptionist's computer. Even the quiet has sound to it here. Your mom's heels click across the tile like punctuation marks. Each step says, I'm fine. I'm in control. I belong here. She walks straight to the reception desk. You trail behind, still adjusting to the sudden cold. The woman behind the counter looks up, her face framed by the soft blue glow of her monitor. Good morning, she chirps. Her voice is so cheerful, you both have to blink. Your mom clears her throat, smooths her jacket, and in her sweetest voice says, I have an appointment at 10:30. The receptionist smiles, typing. Your mom stands perfectly still, like patience itself. You know this version of her. The poised, charming woman she used to be at dinner parties. The one who could host 5 people, answer the phone, and make a casserole at the same time without missing a beat. You can see her returning to that shape now. The proud self that insists on order and grace. The receptionist slides a clipboard across the counter. Your mom takes it, then passes it to you without looking. You take it, then hand it back. Her eyebrow lifts. You lift yours right back. A tiny battle, invisible to everyone but the 2 of you. The receptionist coughs politely, as if she can sense the temperature shift between you two. You both turn, smiling, matching smiles, tight and polite. Then you walk to the chairs. The room is almost full. A man with his arm in a sling, a woman reading a magazine from 2014, A little boy rolling a truck along the carpet, the wheels squeaking with each pass. You choose 2 seats beside a potted plant that hasn't been watered since the pandemic. She sits first, sighing, arranging her coat, then crosses her legs with ceremony. You sit beside her, the air between you thick with all the words you're not saying. She starts filling out the form. You try not to look, but every check mark sounds aggressive. Each tick of the pen feels like she's underlining something about you. At one point you whisper, "Don't check that if it doesn't apply." She doesn't even look up. Everything applies eventually. You swallow your laugh. A woman across from you smiles, the kind of smile strangers give when they recognize a familiar dance. You want to tell her, "It's fine. It's love. It's just loud sometimes." But instead, you smile back politely. Your mother keeps writing. Her pen scrapes like a tiny sword against the paper. Then suddenly, she stops. You can feel her staring at you. Without looking up, you ask, "What?" She waits a beat, then softly says, "You still bite your lip when you're annoyed." It catches you off guard. The softness of it. You glance over. She's looking at you, not angry, not smug, just watching. Like she used to when you were little and she couldn't quite believe you were hers. You want to say something, a joke, a defense, a thank you, but you don't. You just breathe, and she goes back to the form. The silence settles again, but this time it's gentler. The boy with the truck pushes it towards your feet. You nudge it back with your shoe. He grins, gap-toothed. You grin back. Even your mother smiles, barely, just a flicker at the corner of her mouth. The minutes stretch. The receptionist's phone rings once, twice, stops. Someone coughs. A door opens, then closes. You start to feel the day loosen its grip. Finally, your mother rummages in her purse again. You brace yourself. You've seen this movie before. The rummaging can lead anywhere. Missing pens, lost wallets, expired coupons. But this time, she pulls out something small and crinkly. A peppermint. The kind she keeps for emergencies. She doesn't say a word, just sits it quietly on your knee. A peace offering, wrapped in red and white. You stare at it. You stare at her. Then you both look away, pretending it's nothing. But you unwrap it anyway. The paper crackles like laughter, trying not to be heard. The mint is sharp and sweet, and it melts slow. You don't say thank you. You don't need to. She knows. For the next few minutes, neither of you speak. You both sit. Not in perfect peace, but something close enough to it. The boy's truck rattles again. The woman flips another page of her magazine. The clock ticks somewhere you can't see. And in that small fluorescent room, something eases. A knot you didn't know you've been carrying starts to loosen. Not all the way, but enough. The nurse calls her name, soft voice, clipboard in hand. Your mom straightens immediately, as if she's been preparing for this role all her life. Purse in place, jacket smooth, chin lifted. "I'm ready," she announces, though no one doubted it. You rise too. "Would you like me to come with you?" She hesitates, halfway between independence and comfort, then says, "You can, if you promise not to tell them I can't see." You smile. "That's kind of the point, Mom." She waves a hand. "Well, don't make it sound so dramatic." The nurse leads you both down a hallway that smells faintly of sanitizer and something lemony that's trying too hard. Your shoes squeak against the linoleum. The hum of the air vents follow you like background music. The exam room waits, small, neat, lit by a single high window. A tall machine crouches in the corner, all lenses and knobs like a curious robot. Your mom eyes it suspiciously. "Oh boy, that's bigger than last time," she says. "They upgrade everything now," the nurse replies kindly. Your mom sits in a chair with the seriousness of someone preparing for cross-examination. You take the corner seat, clutching your purse like emotional armor. The optometrist enters, a keen-eyed man in his 50s, hair already halfway silver. He greets her warmly. "Well, Mrs. Thomas, it's been a while." "Yes," she says, "but only because my daughter keeps forgetting to schedule me." You blink. The doctor laughs. "Ah, so we're starting with honesty today." You roll your eyes. "We always do." He begins the routine. Lights dimming, charts glowing. "Let's see how those eyes are doing." Your mom straightens again, resolute. "Perfectly, thank you." He smiles. "We'll find out." The familiar ritual begins. "Cover your left eye, please." She lifts her hand like a queen bestowing a blessing. He points to the wall. "Read the smallest line you can." She squints. "E, F, T, S, B." She pauses. "Is that a B or a P?" They make them too close together these days. The doctor chuckles. "They do, don't they?" She looks over at you. "You see, even he agrees." You sit quietly watching her. The room glows a soft medical blue, and for a moment she looks ageless. That same fierce light that she had when she taught you how to parallel park and insisted you could do anything. Even you swore you couldn't. The doctor flips the lenses. "Better 1 or 2? 1. Better 2 or 3? She groans dramatically. "Oh, I hate this part. It's like an eye pop quiz." He laughs. "No wrong answers, I promise." "That's what you said last time," she mutters. You find yourself smiling, sinking into the rhythm of their banter. She's charming when she's sparring. You can almost see the woman she used to be at dinner tables, storytelling, commanding, always the center of the room. The doctor adjusts a few dials. "There we go," he says finally. "Much sharper now." She tilts her head. "Oh yes, I can see your wrinkles much better." He bursts out laughing. "You're going to get me in trouble, Mrs. Thomas." She grins. "If the truth causes trouble, you'd better start running." You cover your mouth to hide your laughter. For a second, everything feels easy. The doctor notes her new prescription, speaks gently about age and lenses and light. She listens, nodding politely, but you can see the flicker behind her eyes, the small ache of realizing time really does change everything, even vision. When he finishes, she stands. "Well," she says briskly, "I suppose I'm not blind yet." He smiles. "Far from it." "Good," she says, "because I still have things to see." Something about that lands in your chest. The matter-of-fact courage of it. The refusal to be reduced. And as you walk back down the hallway, she leans slightly on your arm, not because she must, but because the floor seems uneven and the light too bright. You slow your pace. She doesn't mention it. You don't either. Back in the waiting room, she's all poise again. The receptionist hands her a slip of paper. "Next appointment, 6 months." Your mom nods, tucks it into her purse with exaggerated care. "There," she says. "Safe and sound. Don't let me lose it." You smile. "I won't." "Good," she says. "Because if I do, it'll be your fault." You both laugh, softly, like people who finally remember. they're on the same side. Outside, the doors open with another sigh. The sunlight hits you warm and full, and for the first time all day, you don't feel like fighting it. The doors sigh open, and the afternoon greets you. The light is softer now, not morning bright, but gold and forgiving. It pulls across the parking lot in long, sleepy lines. You both step outside, blinking. For a moment, neither of you speak. There's a weight between you. Not heavy, just full. She adjusts her purse strap, looks around like she's trying to reorient herself in the world. "Which way did we come in?" she asks. You point to the car. "That way." She nods. "I was just testing you." "Sure you were." The car is warm from the sun. You open her door first. She doesn't say thank you, but she pats your hand before she sits. A wordless kind of gratitude you've both come to understand. You slide into the driver's seat. The key turns. The engine hums. The air conditioning sighs back to life. For the first time all day, you don't dread the drive. She's quiet as you pull out. The road stretches ahead. Shimmering heat, lazy traffic, radio low. The hum of tires fills the silence, and it's the good kind this time, the peaceful kind. You glance sideways. She's staring out the window, her face soft, the sunlight catching the silver in her hair. You remember being small, sitting in that same seat, watching her drive, her hand drumming on the steering wheel, her voice singing along to the radio. Back then, she seemed so unshakable. You still have believed she is. You pass a field of wildflowers, yellow, violet, something that looks like fire but isn't. She points. "Aren't they pretty?" You nod. "They are." "They look like they're dancing," she says, and you realize she's smiling, the kind of smile that only happens when she forgets to be strong. The traffic slows. You don't mind. Every red light feels like permission to breathe. You stop at one and glance over again. Her eyes are closed now, her chin tilted just slightly forward, her eyes folded in her lap like she's finally, mercifully resting. You watch her breathe, steady, rhythmic, like a metronome set to the heartbeat of home. You think of all the versions of her that ever existed inside your life. The one who made you finish your vegetables, the one who danced with you in the kitchen to Stevie Wonder, the one who lectured and defended and forgave and worried, and now this one, quieter, slower, but still full of the same stubborn spark. You grip the wheel lightly, noticing how your fingers look more like hers these days, how your tone slips into hers when you talk to your own kids, how everything she ever was has settled somewhere in you. The light turns green. You drive on. When you reach home, she wakes, blinking herself back into the world. "Did I fall asleep?" "Just for a bit." She nods. "Well, I must have needed it." You smile. You did. Inside, the air feels still again. You put the kettle on, out of habit. The same ritual from the morning, full circle now, but quieter, deeper. She sits at the kitchen table, pulling papers from her purse. The prescription, the appointment card, a random grocery receipt. "All of this for a pair of glasses," she mutters. You laugh. "You earn them." She grins. "I've earned everything I've got." You hand her a cup of tea. She takes it without looking, the way you used to take it from her hands when you were little. Steam curls up between you. The air hums softly with the sound of the kettle cooling. Outside, the sky shifts. From gold to rose to dusty blue. That means the day is ready to rest. You draw the curtains halfway, enough to let the last of the light paint the room. She leans back in her chair. "You know," she says softly, "I was pretty mean to you in the car." You shake your head. "We both were." She chuckles. "You get that from me." "I know." There's a long, comfortable silence. Then she adds, "I hope you know I only yell because I trust you'll still love me when I stop." You swallow hard. "I know, Mom." The kettle clicks one last time, and the world seems to sigh with it. Later, she'll drift off on the couch, glasses perched crooked on her nose, cup of tea half finished beside her. You'll tuck a blanket over her shoulders. Coco will curl up at her feet, content guardian of the evening peace. You'll sit beside them for a while, listening to the faint tick of the kitchen clock, the rhythm of the two kinds of breathing, one old, one new, woven together by years and arguments and laughter. You'll think about the morning, the fight, the laughter, the peppermint, the doctor's office, the wildflowers, all the noise that somehow turned into stillness. And you'll realize love is just that, all the noise and all the stillness. You'll smile, tired but light. You'll whisper to no one, "She flipped me off in the parking lot." And you'll laugh quietly because it's ridiculous, and it's true, and it's perfect. The house hums its nighttime tune. The blanket is warm. The tea has gone lukewarm, but still sweet. You close your eyes, and in the soft blur between wake and sleep, you see it again. The invisible thread that tugs, that tangles, that never, ever lets go. You breathe in, slow. You breathe out, slower. And for a long, quiet moment, everything is still. Everything is love. Everything is enough. The house is still again. You can hear the clock ticking softly in the kitchen, a tiny heartbeat marking time. The lights are low. The air is warm and still. Outside, a single cricket starts its song. And somewhere far off, a car hums down the road. You let your body soften, the way it does when you finally stop trying. Shoulders melting into the couch, breath slowing, the kind of quiet that feels like forgiveness. In the next room, your mother shifts in her sleep. A small sigh, a soft murmur of dreams. You smile without thinking. The day began in chaos, has folded itself neatly into peace. All the sharp edges dulled, all the noise hushed. Only love remains. Messy, tender, unspoken love. You think of all the mornings that will come, all the car rides and laughter and sighs. You think of her voice, her stubbornness, her endless ways of saying I love you, without ever saying it directly. You let the thoughts settle like dust in sunlight. You let the warmth of it find you. Breathe in, slow and deep. Breathe out, slower still. The world feels smaller now, in a good way, contained, safe, as if the universe itself has drawn a blanket over you. Somewhere, the kettle will sing again tomorrow. You'll pour the tea. The day will begin, and whatever comes, you'll meet it, just as you did today, with patience and humor and love that doesn't quit. Now, the story fades. The room fades. Even thought itself starts to drift. like clouds across a still blue sky. You let go of the morning, of the noise, of everything but the warmth in your chest and the rhythm of your breath. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Let it all go. You are safe. You are loved. You are home. And as the last traces of the day melt away, you sleep. The night is quiet again. Your breath is slow and easy. Let sleep gather you in, dear one. The story keeps watch while you drift. Sleep now. You are safe. You are loved. You have been listening to Nicki Woo Cozy Stories, written by Nicole T. Woodard. May your dreams be gentle and your sleep be deep.